Hi and welcome back to another one of my Football Manager saves. I'm playing on the FM beta and I'm playing as Arsenal. To some success so far, and today we're playing surprise package Newcastle, who are actually second. They have, by the looks of things, a lot of players out and injured and goodness knows what else, which may work in our favour. Last out I showed you a 2-1 win against Spurs, which was delightful. The scoreline doesn't really show, and I mean, look back at the match because as I said, I did record it and it has been uploaded. But we absolutely battered them for the majority of the game. There we go. And they got one goal towards the end for a header, and all of a sudden it was kind of squeaky bum time. But aside from that, really, very little concern, and I actually think it could have been more. Diawara put in a man of the match performance, and we march on to Newcastle. I'm actually on a day before because I thought some of the matches today, there's a couple of big top of the table clashes, and I thought, well, I might as well show that at the beginning of this. So I'll take you through the squad. Lacazette unfortunately took ill at the beginning of the week. It looks like he's back now, but he did pick up, it was food poisoning, but it looks like he's got over it. Here, yeah, so this was on Tuesday, the 5th, whereas we're on Saturday now, the 9th, but he was actually out for a little while. And he's resumed light training on Thursday the 7th. We're now on the 9th and it looks like he's back. So that's good news. I haven't figured out if I'm going to start him yet. Something doesn't add up here. Lacazette. Doing the right list, understandably too. So yeah, Overmars excited by inform Arsenal. Bold admits Arsenal are favourites. I get my assistant to do the press conferences purely because it just takes so long. So Man United beating Chelsea, that was the first one. So Chelsea must be sliding down the table actually. Obviously we've got Arsenal and Newcastle later. And also we've got Tottenham City. So some really big games here. If we look at the overview. So yeah, Spurs and City. Big game happening there. Chelsea losing again. So it's turning into a two-horse race. Certainly if Newcastle get a win against us today. It is away at Newcastle, so I'm wondering if we should go a little bit cautious. So what were the other results? Liverpool battered Leicester. Watford beating West Ham. Right, so Tottenham and City. What's the score going to be? I'm going to go for a Spurs win as my prediction. That seems to be. So City beat Spurs 3-1. Harry Kane apparently scoring in the first minute. And City battling back. So that kind of keeps everyone in contention. Spurs drop down to 5th. City up into 3rd. 1 point behind Newcastle, who have a game in hand. Oh, that's handy. So Walcott is now 5 appearances away from making 40 appearances for Everton. If triggered, Everton will pay Arsenal 500k, so that's fine. Oh. So this would be an attacking midfielder to play in the sort of Ozil role. Another area that I'm looking to recruit for, really. But at the moment, I do also have Joe Willock, who doesn't actually play as a natural in that role, but I've been playing him here this season. He's looked a little bit uneasy, but it looks like he's beginning to become a little bit more natural in that position. So my preliminary squad for the Newcastle game is the same as the Spurs. Going to have Leno in goal, Lichtsteiner, Mustafi, Socrates, Kolasinac, Diawara, Torreira, Lacazette, Ozil, Iwobi, and Aubameyang. We dominated the Spurs game, and I think there's no reason to change anything for that. Pre-match tactical plan is to tell them that I'm going for the same. Everyone seems to agree, and I'm going to tell them that we're going for the balanced mentality as well, because we are. I was tempted to say that we mark Dimitar Berbatov, but we can at least play a high line, I think. How quick is Kennedy? Kennedy's not electric. Matt Ritchie, he's not electric either. I think we can get away with playing a high line. I think Jose Perez is relatively quick. Even he's not that quick. So I think we can get away with playing a high line. We do anyway, but I don't think we need to worry about dropping deeper. Whereas Morata, of course, is lightning quick, and against Chelsea you tend to drop the line a little bit more. Okay, so here we are, on to the match. Players are starting to form bonds. That's what this is with Socrates and Mustafi and Torreira and Diawara, Mesut Ozil and Aubameyang. And I think if I was to put Lacazette up here, they would also show him forming a bond as well. I'm going to start Lacazette on the right, and it's just a little weird superstition I have, really. So let's proceed to match. This is Newcastle away, remember. And I've got to be honest, I don't think Newcastle on paper looked that amazing. I'm going to come out with a passionate one again, I think. We've been on a good run lately. Go out and impress me. That did not a lot. I have faith in the defence. I have faith in midfield. And I'm expecting to see some quality finishing from the striker. Players come out. St James's Park. And straight away. So interesting, this Newcastle side. It looks like they've made a host of changes in-game, including Berbatov. I saw that they had Phil Foden on loan. I don't know if he's injured, but it doesn't look like he started. And straight away Lacazette in. This is straight from kickoff, isn't it? Puts a ball in, keeper gets hold of it. Right, so let's make that change that I said and play Lacazette as a more advanced player. Oh, I missed that highlight. But it looks like we're starting well. Torreira, ball in. Mesut pick that up. Beats the challenge. Socrates on it. Mesut back to Socrates. Ball in. Oba. Yes, 1-0. And wow. How long's gone? 4 minutes? Interestingly, halfway through the season, I played the. I changed the go-to position of the centre forward from a complete forward to an advanced forward. Thus. And it does seem to make a bit of a difference, actually. It does seem to be that an advanced forward seems to make a bit more sense for this formation. I don't know if it's just because it's both Oba and Lacazette's net are 2-0. Is that Oba as well? That was Iwobi. Well, Newcastle are not used to this. Kolasinac with the throw. Torreira picks it up. Kolasinac, Oba. Inside, Iwobi. Bangajanga. Goodbye is all she wrote. 2-0. It's Arsenal on the attack again. Torreira, miles off. I haven't played at all with the mentality or any sideline chats because I haven't needed to. Oh, Oba's picked up a knock, has he? Of course he has. Looks like he's okay to play on. Looks like his physical condition's increasing, which means that it is just a knock. So at least see this until half time. Kolasinac on a yellow. Phil Foden heads it clear. Kolasinac plays it back to the keeper. Keeper plays it to Lichtsteiner, who I might sub off and bring on that debutant in the second half just to give him another run out. Diawara, Lichtsteiner, acres of space. He's going to put a ball in. Laka, and it's 3. And there's no way they're going to make it back from this. What are we, 20 minutes gone? And I have to say, Newcastle are looking dead and buried. You know, this team is second in the table. We're absolutely pummeling them. Nice. Just going to keep an eye on Aubameyang. What I don't want is he gets another knock. And Phil Foden is playing, but he's absolutely shattered. I reckon, because they had a cup game midweek, because we're playing them in the next... We drew them. I think they had a replay. Oh, Oba did get injured. I tell you, this game and injuries. Right. Mickey is coming on. Inside forward on support mode. And advanced forward seems to play a bit more. So that was not a sub I wanted to make so soon. I reckon these players were playing midweek in their cup game. Because they look knackered. And it's kind of proving it. So, team talk. I'm very happy with the way things are going. Right, I'm going to encourage them rather than tell them the job's done. So there we go. Good. Nice to see that reaction. Lucas Torreira won back possession more than any other. Lichtstein has lost possession. Yeah, well, he's going to come off in a bit. Struggled to make inroads into attacking for Newcastle. So let's just have a look, because they did have a game midweek, because we drew them in the cup. It was either them or Leicester. So that was on the 6th. And I reckon players like Phil Foden played. Yeah, only 59 minutes, but he looks shattered there as well. John Joe Shelby's playing again today. Berber Flop as well. Even Kennedy and Ritchie, so that's interesting. And Jose Perez came off the bench. All of these players are playing today. It's no wonder why they look shattered. Start second half. Lacazette, Torreira. What are we on? Newcastle with a rare attack. Headed out. Or have they given a penalty? No. Gone on Arsenal winners. Be disappointed if we give up our lead. Oh, sorry, our clean sheet. Right, we're gonna take Lichtsteiner off. Although he's looking, apparently he's playing incredibly well. But his physical condition is low, and I want to give this Asta an opportunity. And I was half tempted to bring on Koscielny, but who else do I bring on? Do I bring on Rambo for Mesut and just protect Mesut? No one's looking particularly tired. Let's give it a few more minutes. Ozil wins it back. Iwobi making a lovely darting run. Mickey on the right wins it. Keeper saves it. So we're going to make those tactical changes. I think it's got to be one of the central midfield two to take off, and I'm looking more. See if one of them picks up a booking in a minute. Oh, that's horrible. Go on then, Mickey, take it away. Ah, okay. No goal. It's interesting. So the moment I take off either Diawara or Torreira. Oh, I thought that was in. The moment I take off Diawara or Torreira, the other one will get injured probably. So who am I going to take off? We will take off Torreira just because I feel that he's harder to replace, and we'll put on Xhaka. But we'll put Diawara in the more defensive of the roles. That's what we'll do. And we'll put Xhaka in the box-to-box. .77 minutes gone. And what a win this will be. This will give us a massive gap at the top. Socrates, ball forward, Iwobi. He's got all the space on the right there if he can. Oh. I was expecting the ball to be played off there. Oh. Don't drop your mic. Disappointing to concede a goal. Not good enough. Really would have loved the clean sheet there. So I've told the team to concentrate. Really disappointed by conceding that goal. I'm not going to change anything. Sometimes it happens. Maybe I should have taken Diawara off instead of Torreira, maybe. We're on 90 minutes. Good hit from range, Xhaka. It's got to be the end, isn't it? Final highlight. Mickey. Okay. That must be the final whistle now. Great tackle. Well done, Granit Xhaka. Delighted with that. The players should be as well. I do think at the beginning of the year I gave a like a win bonus, and I always give the highest. And I do think it makes a big difference when you give like the highest opportunity for a win bonus. So there you have it. 12 points to go. We are, what's that, 5, 7, 8 points ahead? Yeah, 8 points ahead. Aubameyang's out for 5 to 6 days. Could have been a lot worse, couldn't it? Seemed to be getting, although unlucky, quite a lot of luck at the same time, in a weird way. And so, what have we got coming up in our schedule? Must be about time. Oh yeah, it is. So Dynamo Kiev next. Tempted to record that one as well. I won't bother with the FA Cup 5th round, but I'm tempted to do the Kiev game. I'll tell you what I'll do. I won't do the first leg of the Kiev game. I'll do the second leg of the Kiev game, and I'll do the United game. Is what I'll do. But exciting, very good result. And it gives us a little bit of leeway, especially when we start to look at players' run-ins or teams' run-ins. Let's have a look at some of the player stats. Roberto Firmino with the most goals, with 19. Average rating is Hector Bellerin, how's he doing? Is he... Oh, he could have played. Well, anyway, he didn't. And Firmino, which is no surprises there. Assists, Hector Bellerin miles ahead with the number of assists. Player of the match, Hector Bellerin, joint with Kevin De Bruyne and Roberto Firmino. And clean sheets, Kolasinac with the most yellow cards. Very good. See if there's anything else worth. No. So there we have it. Thanks very much for joining me in this journey so far. Another great win, and yeah, hopefully a couple more to come. Maybe even a Premier League title. As I said, I will be back with the second leg of the champions of the Europa League, followed by Man United, the next 2 games that I will record. So thanks very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.